His father used intimidation to get his way, and since he was a boy, Hermes had always pushed his limits. Zeus was at one of those limits now, so whatever had happened to the immortals couldn't be good. "Do you know where they are?" Hermes softened his tone, dropping his act. "Can we maybe go get them?" The question being, could he interfere? Usually that answer started in N and ended with a big, fat, resounding O. Zeus rubbed his face one-handed and sat back in his throne. Why didn't I see it coming? Both sun gods going poof? There were so many light and darkness quips he could shoot off, but he controlled the impulse. Zeus hadn't put the lightning bolt away. Not that it mattered. He was way too fast for lightning to strike him. Still, he didn't want to test that today if he could avoid it. Apollo was the first to disappear, Zeus explained. He'd told Artemis he was leaving, but somehow Helios realized Apollo wasn't available to check in on him. He must have had a place to hide should the opportunity ever arise, because we cannot locate him. He clenched his jaw. We found Apollo, but going after him is a trap for Hera. Interesting. And we just sacrifice Apollo instead of finding a way around it? No big loss, but without Helios back in his chariot, it became problematic. Not that Hermes could blame him for the self-appointed emancipation. If it wasn't for the impending doom, he'd throw him a party. Unfortunately, any god couldn't replace him long-term, and that was the issue. Apollo was the only replacement until a new age of immortals rose from their offspring. So far, that had not occurred. I'm not going to risk my wife, Zeus began. But he'd cheat on her with half the population of the world. That's so much better, Dad. So I need you to find Helios and return him. Of course. He blinked. Wait, you actually want me to find him? Finally! Something he could do with his highly useful powers besides twiddle his thumbs. Zeus nodded, and it made him suspicious. Hermes crossed his arms and added, Let me guess. Going after Apollo, the one you have located, is interfering with something involving the Satyroi, isn't it? What had Apollo gotten himself into this time? He grinded his teeth. I swear, if he went after Melanston and Daphne again, You do nothing, because you're not interfering with the Satyroi, remember? Zeus dissolved his lightning bolt with a sigh. Apollo discovered he hadn't killed Echidna at Delphi in ancient times. The fool decided to finish the job before I found out she had kept herself hidden and wasn't dead. Hermes held up a hand to stop him. Kinda like Helios is doing now. How do we know he's not with her? They are both Titans, after all. If he is, we will figure out what to do from there. Do not approach him if so. I don't want you to be attacked and taken hostage too. Ha! If someone can catch me, I deserve to be taken prisoner. Zeus pinned him with a hard stare. They have a Vrykolakas army. One I didn't know about until I had reason to look for it. Not a large one, mind you, but they're formidable. Well, that was unfortunate. While Hermes doubted they could catch him unless he stayed still long enough, they'd sense him the moment he crossed into their territory. A lot of those coming out of the woodwork lately, he mentioned. Recall how Apollo found the axe he presented to you and then gave to Dionysus. He'd used a Vrykolakas named Brimusa to track Daphne's blood, and now that vampire creature had some weird fixation on a satyr named Vander. Hermes had attempted to warn her away from the Arcadian, and now there was an army of them with Apollo. Coincidence? Doubtful. Which left one final question. Could Dionysus have made a play against Olympus by assisting Helios somehow? With Zeus and all the gods all scrambling to find a fix to the sun chariot situation, the perfect diversion was in place. So, when would the first blow hit, and from whom?
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.